Okay, hi. Sorry about the mess. Um, I'm working on multiple projects at once right now, but this is the main one I'm focused on. I was just working on it lately, and this is based on a book. Oh, I don't have it now. Mahaffey, I think is his last name. James Mahaffey. His book about growing plants in microgravity environments. He suggests using like a orgone accumulator type box to grow plants, and then using a type of solar whatchamacallit collector sort of deal, like Hieronymus is sunlight by wire, Eloptic Energy. He's the guy who did the Radionics patent for Eloptic Energy. Basically started the whole Radionics thing. So it's like in that vein. Right here I have as you can see, steel interior. I just use flashing steel, like galvanized flashing steel, 50 foot by 12, costs like $50 at Menards. And some hemp canvas I had from art projects. I had just enough, and it was the right density for insulating the steel material. So so I used that, and these are just so I can see what I'm doing in the dark. But yeah, that's the deal with this. So Mahaffey had 2 points. He said to use a orgone accumulator box, and then he had something for hydroponics. And then his other point was to use a sunlight by wire, like Hieronymus did with the Radionics and Eloptic Energy. And what that's basically entails is a plate up, like exposed to the sunlight, and a wire coming down, and a plate above, and a plate below. Actually, it's supposed to be in contact with the soil, but I guess it's not. Acting as kind of like a capacitor around which the solar energy flows, and supposedly it acts on chlorophyll just fine, that the plant actually builds up a ton of chlorophyll and doesn't look all pale and weak and dies off. But supposedly you can grow a plant in pitch darkness by doing that. So my really cool idea was to experiment with using orgonite as a type of solar energy receiver, and then connect a wire to the copper pipes. So I have 2 wires connected to the copper pipes, one for the below metal and one for the above metal. Now at first I just did the above metal, and that actually made like a really nice warm energy in the room. Then when I added this below metal, it kind of like cut that off, so I think it kind of focused it in a way. So that's my setup. So I have orgonite, copper pipe, 2 wires, one to this sunlight by wire plate 1, sunlight by wire plate 2, and then an orgone accumulator box to grow the plants in. And I just started them tonight, and I just watered them and put the seeds in the soil so I can watch them. I left them on top so I can watch them, because I just cleared this out because I was experimenting with other stuff, but I think the soil chemistry was bad or something from other experiments I was doing on it. So so I started one with new seed starting soil, and hopefully we can grow one in the dark. So so I'm just stating that for the record, and I will update you on other days. My other experiments were kind of crappy because I didn't have the right sort of idea going, but yeah, I can definitely vouch for this one. So this is my like experimental LED setup. I have 2 batteries hooked up to a like a water electrolysis cell with just graphite and water, and supposedly you can get free energy from that or something. I don't know, maybe not. But Anyways, those aren't for actually feeding the plant at all with sunlight. Those are just so I can see what my plants are doing in the darkness. So so that's the setup. So I have it in a cup. You know, some 3 bush bean seeds. I think they're goldenrod snap is the type they are, and they're in the plates of the Orgone accumulator, like Mahaffey says to do, and the Hieronymus plates above and below. So we'll see what happens. And I put it in a plastic bag because that's the best way I found to start seeds, is to put them in a plastic bag. They tend to grow better in the humid environment until they actually sprout. Then you're supposed to take them out. So we'll see if they work or not. Thanks for watching. This is Michael Ellis. Oh, and the book is quantum holographic something plants something. I don't know what the exact title is. Oh, I don't have it with me here, or maybe I do. Here, just a minute. Okay, here's the book: Quantum Hologram Technology, Applications for Agriculture in Microgravity, James A.B. Mahaffey Jr. And that's a pretty cool book if you're interested in that kind of stuff. He basically goes into orgonite, not orgonite, actually orgone accumulators and Hieronymus in that book. So yeah, that's, and I'm using orgonite, so or like a capacitor thing to do the Hieronymus deal, because I figured that the orgone accumulator, or the orgonite, or the orgone generators actually hook into the Earth's magnetic field and thus act as transmitters of the sunlight energy. So you can probably recreate the sunlight energy within a dielectric, meaning like the air in between 2 plates or whatnot. So yeah, that's I think how it works. Because I noticed something similar happening when I built orgonite pieces with metal plates in them, or like some capacitor type of deals, and there'd be like a glowing like energy between the 2 plates in the orgonite bucket. This is one I just built for just messing around and stuff. So but then once you build it up, the energy kind of shorts out with the resin and the metal in between. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. If you're interested in books about the orgone nature, I suggest Selected Writings by Wilhelm Reich, and what else? Yeah, I think, Cancer Bioapathy. Cancer Bioapathy, something like that. Cancer Bioapathy, Biopathy. So it's like that's his research with cellular responses to orgonite, or to orgone, the orgone accumulators and whatnot. So so Selected Writings and Cancer Bioapathy are probably the 2 best Wilhelm Reich orgone related books. Banned books, burned books by the FDA. So so that's that. And Don Croft and Carol Croft actually have a book. Don Croft passed away recently, but they sell their book through their website, ethicwarriors.com. Their website has the book for sale there. And I think there's like an expensive one on Amazon, because it's like a hard to get book, but it's not in print through Amazon, so you have to go to their website, ethicwarriors.com, to buy the book at a reasonable cost. Actually, can download it, I think, on a PDF if you really want to. And orgonite, I'll drop links below But orgoniteinfo.com has a, sorry, I'll just give you something to look at. Orgoniteinfo.com has instructions on how to make orgonite. So with all that in mind, and I bid you farewell. Thank you for watching. This is Michael Ellis.